The most largest benefits is that a faster moisture content determination at the heating plants will improve the efficiency of the heating plants in its transformation from biomass energy to heat and electricity energy. So by knowing that one faster, they can run the whole boiler operation, the whole transformation much more efficient. So you're actually using the potential, the full potential of the biomass and all the stored energy you have there. Because moisture content is the major impact on energy value when you're burning wood and wood fuel.
So this measurement is slow today?
Yes, the current standard method today is to take a sample of chips, put it in an oven and dry it until it's completely dry. And usually that takes 24 up to even 48 hours. And the heating plants today have a fast turnover and small storage capacities. So it's most likely that the delivered truckload of chips actually goes into the boiler before you know the moisture content. And by running the process, then you can actually say, whoops, this was very moist because the whole boiler is actually almost closing down. So you are reactive instead of being proactive.
Mm-hmm. So actually we are wasting a lot of energy today in this way.
You could be much more efficient in running the boiler, yes, because we don't have the information.
What method do you suggest instead?
Well, I have studied 4 different techniques, but the most promising is using sensors that using magnetic resonance or near-infrared spectroscopy or a combination of dual X-ray absorptiometry and X-ray fluorescence. They are fast, they measure a sample in less than 1 minute, and the accuracy is very high. So these 3 techniques are I say, the future. There are many more techniques to check out and to research about, but so far this seems to be, and actually 2 of the techniques, the near measurement technique and the magnetic resonance, the 2 specific instruments that this project has been validating, has been approved by the Swedish Timber Measurement Control Commission to actually replace the oven drying, even for payment of the chips.
Okay.
So it's so accurate that you even for payment, not only for production management, but also for payment to the forest owner.
Okay, but then if you have to put in a new technique, it will get more expensive, and the forest owner will get less pay.
Today, it's both underpay and overpay, because some truckloads are overpaid, some trucks are too little paid. So I can say this: we will get a more correct payment for the material for both parts. Both the buyer and seller will get a more correct value of the material.
But isn't it wrong to take this material out of the forest? Shouldn't it be left there to create new soil?
There is a big debate about that, but we are taking out, for instance, wood logs that are very low quality, been rotten or damaged, and so it's not usable for any of the forest industries, pulp mill or saw timber. So it's already transported out, taken out of the forest. Then you come to the branches and to the small tops. There is a debate of if they are going to be left because of nutrients or bring them out. But studies said that the impact of taking these one out isn't all that big. But that's another special fields, and there are more knowledgeable researchers that can answer more specific to that question.
If you look 5 years ahead and you succeed with your work, paint me the picture of what it's gonna look like then.
Okay, the scenario I can see is that sensor-based measurement instruments has taken over. It's been replacing the oven, because with also the sensors you can actually measure other quality parameters such as the ash content, the energy value itself, the size of the particles, and all this materials specifications that's important to efficient feeding of the boiler, efficient running of the boiler, and a very efficient transition from biomass to heat and electricity. So, truckloads coming into the heating plant, you have these sensors measuring, and you decide directly there, this truckload is going to be unloaded on storage space number 1 or number 2 because this is a very moist material, and then we can mix the very moist with the very dry. So when we're going to run this operation, we can mix it together and get the exact wanted moisture content, because not all heating plant wants very dry material. Some want so very wet material because they're using gas, flue gas generation. So they can actually use moist, heating moist and steam to generate electricity and warmth. So it's a specific mix for each boiler, and knowing more about the material, you get better efficient and better use of the renewable resource of forest biomass.
And the forest owner will also get a more fair pay.
Absolutely. Everybody will have a better, fair deal with this one. You're not paying too much, you are not get paid too little.
If you would have your choice, what would be the most likely method that we'll use in 5 years?
I think it's going to be a sensor, but a sensor that could detect not only one thing like moisture, but also ash content, energy content, particle size distribution, fines, metal, and other things. So one measurement may be giving 5 or 10 parameters that's important.
And how
so if that's going to be radar or magnetic resonance, but it's going to be a sensor.